Hey, what's going on guys? Kaman here, and today I'm just bringing you a quick update video again. This is an important update that I only just noticed today. Well, I didn't notice it, Zen actually told me about it, and it's got quite a lot of important things in it that we thought you guys should know about. So if you want, you can just listen to me speak about it, or you can actually watch the video and read the blog as we go through it. This is a dev blog, and here you can see a load of updates that are going to happen in the next week, I think. So the first thing they do is that they explain why the King Kalphite hasn't been released this week, because we expected it tomorrow, and it says that because of the below updates, they didn't release it this week, but they released it next week, just so that they could fix some of the imbalances in the game. So the first thing they mention is that they will change the offensive capabilities of high-level bosses. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is God War's dungeon, because as you guys might have saw in my Road to 100 mil series, I could go in Mystic's gear and I could easily take down most of them. So here you see, as mentioned in my last blog, we noticed that several of the more profitable bosses in the game, God Wars again, are being killed by players of a lower level than we had originally intended. So I'm actually surprised they only just released this update, as EoC has been in the game for quite a while. But yeah, it's actually, at least they're doing something, and I guess this means that some GWD armor will actually be going up, so that could be a good thing, and but that also might be a bad thing in terms of our series. But hey, some things we will have to some compromises will have to be made, or something like that. So what they say is, to address this, they will significantly increase the offensive capabilities of these NPCs. So they're not making the actual defenses weaker, they're just making the NPC stronger. So I guess that means you'll have to eat more, and that means that high levels and better gear will be needed. So I guess at least they've finally done that. So the second thing in the OG blog, and this whole OG blog is filled with important things, so if you guys want to check it out, just the link will be in the description below. And here they say that they will change the defensive armor. So at the moment, the difference between, say, level 70 and 80 gear isn't enough to matter for standard combat training and boss hunting. That means that they will change it, and they'll actually increase the value of armor, as they mentioned in the OG blog, and that's because people aren't really going for it, because it really seems weak. So the defensive values of armor will be plotted on an exponential curve. So if you guys don't know what that means that the higher the level, it will actually grow at a bigger rate. So say level 50, say the value is 10, of course it'll be much higher than that, and 90 it'll probably be something around, I don't know what, 500, and yeah, it's just a rapid growth as the levels go up. So yeah, and it will also better match the upward curve of XP required to progress through those high levels, making the highest level gear optimally for battling your way to 99. So I guess they took into account training, and that's only defensive value. Oh yeah, I forgot now that in EoC the armor, the attack value is solely in the weapon. So they'll also change the strength boosts and set effects. Now this really surprised me, because I thought they had done boosting the armor and everything, but here you see that they'll upgrade Torva, Pernix, and Virtus gear. So I think this is the second boost, is it? I'm not sure. And a few other items like Bandos chestplate. So I'm surprised that they only mentioned the chestplate and not the set. But yeah, I expect that means that a lot more people will be going to Bandos, and the chestplate price will rise. So if you guys have them now, I would suggest keep holding of them, and if you don't have them now, I'd suggest maybe buying them, or something like that, if you are near the level required. So another massive thing is they will change the healing effects of abilities. So what this section basically says is that they will completely nerf regeneration and rejuvenation. So if you've seen my Road to 100 mil series, where in my bossing I constantly use rejuvenation to heal myself from about mid LP to full LP, but now I can't do that because the cooldown timer will be 5 minutes. So they mention here that they will make it an emergency heal. So I guess that's a good thing because it really makes bosses harder, but this will mean that a lot more food will have to be used and shorter trips. I hope that means that maybe drop rates will also be increased, because I think they might have nerfed the drop rates with God Wars Dungeon as far as I've seen. And the final thing they mention is that there will be a chaotic add-on for Dragon Claws. So after the EoC, Dragon Claws have really crashed because they've been virtually useless and they're not really that strong. All they're really good for is looking good. But now they're gonna add a chaotic gear to form the new chaotic piece, and that will be chaotic claws. So these claws you'll be able to add on to Dragon Claws. So I guess that's a good thing, because that will bring up the value of Dragon Claws significantly, in my opinion, according to the boost of the claws, of course. And also the price of these claws will be much lower than the normal chaotic's price. So I guess that'll be a good thing, because it might not be worth it to I think it's 200k. Yes, it is, of course, 200k tokens to get the normal chaotic. And the good thing about these claws is that it will give a faster attack speed and an increased critical rate. Now criticals have been something we hardly see, but that should be good with these claws. So I guess one thing this update will be good for is making bosses harder and more rewarding for the players. And TDs especially, they might be worth doing again, though I think they are still worth doing it for the dragon lumps and shards, and yeah. And at the end they again repeat that the Kalphite King will be updated, or it will be added to the game next week. And the ranged Slayer dungeons will both require the very best equipment for effectively fighting the foes found within. So yeah, they just end up telling you to take advantage of this and buy some awesome gear. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to take advantage of it before other people know about it or hear about it. And I thank you guys for watching this video. If you find it helpful or mildly entertaining, be sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave feedback and comment below.